Now this episode here, ooh, I can't wait to touch on this one because this is just straight bitter attitude. And here it is. Relationships are transactional. Is the most bitter thing I've ever heard in my life. It's also one of the most obvious things that you could possibly say about relationships. Yeah, it is transactional. What's your point? Welcome to the RT vlog. My name is Zay, the Emotional Doctor. This is going to be episode 30, Relationships Are Transactional. So today, I wanted to touch on the very, very bitter phrase, relationships are transactional. Because it's one of the most trivial things that I could ever possibly hear. It makes me wonder just how far down the rabbit hole one person can go to talk about the one most important thing in the whole world and demonize it in such a way. Relationships are transactional. You mean it's the kind of thing that when you go to a Walmart or you go to the corner store or you go to that shop down the way and you pick up a few things and then you pay the price for it. You get a bundle of things and it costs $30 or so, and have a nice day, and you walk off, and that's it. That's what a relationship is to you. It's something that happens at a cash register. Is that it though? Is that it? So you mean to tell me that you didn't look at the various amount of products that you could have picked while you were walking down the aisles? You mean to tell me that none of that mattered to you? You mean to tell me that the brand meant nothing to you? Is that what you're trying to say? You mean to tell me that what you want to buy isn't worth how much it costs? Is that what you're saying to me? You're trying to tell me that the process of picking out the highest quality and best thing that most satisfies you, none of that matters to you. That's what you're saying to me. Is that what you're saying? Relationships are transactional. You mean to tell me that you don't even enjoy going to the store that you go to buy your favorite things, if you have a favorite, because it takes time to find favorites. But you mean to tell me that you don't even have a favorite store to buy your favorite things at? You mean to tell me that you don't enjoy meeting the people at these places that you go to get your things? Sometimes we, as people, get so obsessed and concerned with the moment of a transaction that we miss out on everything else that means so much more than just what it costs, than what something costs. And to me, that is the reason why people get so upset. That is the reason why people struggle with relationships in general. They struggle with getting things that they want. They struggle with expectations. They struggle with everything else that comes with the transaction. And then they just get upset with the fact that they even have to transact. To me, that is one of the most oddest things in the world, because transactions are part of what makes your experience what it is. In my very first episode called Life is Suffering, I had said that life is not suffering. Life in itself is a gift, but the suffering comes from the cost of the things that you want. Now, if you're okay with what it costs to have the things that you want, you're not really suffering, are you? Because that's what's more important. What you want and what it costs to have what you want is so much more worth the price it takes to buy the thing that you want. The strength, the values, the exertion that you put out, that you express to take in the things that you want to have, that you believe will add to you, that you believe will give you even more than you're putting out. But it's up to you to know that what you're doing is worth the time and the effort that you're putting into it. It ought to feel like what you're doing is paltry compared to what it takes to have what you're trying to have. It's not an issue. It shouldn't be an issue. And if you do have an issue, you're only making life harder for yourself. Yes, relationships are transactional, but you're missing the point of a transaction. You're missing the process of the transaction. You're getting so hung up on the exchange that you're finding yourself in a difficult place that you've no need to find yourself in. And to be honest, it's none of your business to be hung up there. It's none of your business. It's none of your business because it comes with life. It just comes with it. And you ought to know that. Relationships are transactional. It's the most obvious thing that anyone else could ever possibly point out. Please find out what really matters to you and focus on that. Don't let anything else distract you from that. Because that's the real issue. You're letting yourself be distracted by the thing that you don't want in lieu of the thing that you do want. Essentially causing yourself to have a harder life, and you are really just bringing the thing that you don't want to you even more, just because you're upset at the way that you have to get it. Let's try to waste a little less time on the things that are obvious and go after the things that are a little less obvious, like what you want. I mean, no one else knows what you want. No one else knows what it's going to take for you to have what you want. Unless you share these things, unless you tell someone, no one else knows what you need. No one else knows what you want. So let that be your job. And let the rest of the pieces play out. This is the RT Vlog, now episode 30, Relationships Are Transactional. Be sure to hit that like, comment, share, subscribe button. I would love to hear from you. Love to hear from you all. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Be sure to put that in the comment box down below. I will see you later.